Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this new diecast channel called Hot Diecast. If you love diecast cars, my dad and I are here to bring you Hot Wheels, Matchbox, green lights. We're here to bring you M2s, all kinds of different diecast, from the old to the new. And we're here to bring you a little bit of a different channel. Dad, is anything that you want to tell about this car that's right here in front of us?
Well, that is a 1964 Chrysler 300K, and the 300 is still used today. Well, it was used up to last year. They've had a few intermittent years, but most of the time it's been a continual run, and it's been like the flagship of the Chrysler. They've always used it as one of their top rated cars. I enjoy collecting all kinds of cars. I have I like the Hot Wheels, of course, the Matchbox, the Green Light, American Muscle, and I like the Racing Champions, and of course we enjoy Auto World and M2 machines. There's a lot of things that each one has to offer, but they kind of, what they do, they produce the product to look as close to the original car, but you can kind of see the old car gets a good representation of the car, and I don't know, it kind of makes you wonder, you know, what if I had a real one like this? It'd be kind of cool, you know. But it's to me, they're just cars have always been one of those things which would I guess it would remind me of times and people and events and places throughout my life, and that's what these things right here do as well. So I'm very grateful to these companies for making these cars. So that's what that's exactly what this website is going to be about. We're just going to have some good times and some a lot of fun, just showing the diecast, but also maybe even giving a little personal stories on a few of these things we've experienced with the real cars and with the diecast.
So today, my dad has been collecting Hot Wheels since the 1960s, and so we actually have a very special surprise for y'all today. And you know, you may, if you were born in the, you know, what year were you born, Dad?
I'm one of those 55 guys.
Okay, so what was the year that you started collecting these old Hot Wheel diecast?
Well, my brothers and I, we were at the store one day with our parents, went over to the toy section. We kind of like to cruise the toy section, and the Matchbox cars have been out a while, so I had a few of the Matchbox cars that I played with. But all of a sudden we noticed this thing called Hot Wheels, and I looked and I said, ooh, man, that looks pretty cool. It looks like a real hot rod. So we started to buy those things and play with them, but it wasn't very long till we had a lot of them, and we just had a lot of fun with my brothers and I did. And so as I got old enough and a lot older, and I had a son of my own, well, I started getting him interested as well in Matchbox and Hot Wheels, so he has a nice collection as well.
So we have got some special cars for you here today, and we thank you. If you love this channel, if you love diecast, please subscribe. Please leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this channel. I know, you know, collecting Hot Wheels and collecting Matchbox or M2s or anything like that, green lights, are very special. Johnny Lightnings. We got so much to show you here today. But today we want to kind of go back in time a little bit and show y'all, and we're going to do this you know, periodically, and show you different kind of stuff that we've been collecting throughout the years. You know, you see a lot of these channels, they show you the new stuff. Well, we're going back in time. We're going to show you today from the 1960s. And
yeah, this is going to take you back to the start of Hot Wheels 50 years ago.
50 years.
Wow. I can't even imagine how this time has flown by. And I can't even hardly imagine I still got the cars that I played with when I was a kid. Now, some of these have been repainted. They are the originals, but they were kind of chipped up pretty good, so I made them look a little bit better.
So I'm going to be holding up these cars. My dad will be describing these cars to you. And so right here, we're going to start off with this 1960. This is copyrighted 1967. It's a custom Camaro. Okay, we're going to let Dad describe this as I show you this.
It is the 67 Camaro. It's the original diecast of the 67 Camaro. They've produced them through the years. They still produce them. Of course, they're a little different now as far as the suspension and the chassis and stuff. But the body is still 1967. Now, a little something about the 67 Camaro. I used to ride around with some friends that had them. Had some of the 69s, 68s. They were a lot of fun. And I know the 67s, they had a little louver window on there. You know, I used to like to pop that little vent window open and let the air in while it wasn't so hard coming down to the side window if you wanted it. Now, they don't put those on cars anymore. I wish they did. But this, anyway, the little 67 Camaro was produced to compete with the Mustang.
And as you can see, the hood opens on it, and it's got very detailed with the engine. This is metal. Like, this is pure metal.
It's the real deal.
If you look at Hot Wheels these days, they're plastic, but this is pure metal. So there is your custom Camaro, copyrighted 1967. This is the original. Dad, do you want to pull out the next one?
Yeah, this that was the real hot Chevrolet for that year.
Okay, so this is copyrighted. Let's see if I can see it. 1968 Custom Mustang. Look at that.
The Custom Mustang was for 1968, 67, and 68. Even the Mustangs today that they build today, when you see a 67 or 68, those things look really, really super fast sitting still, and boy, they ran good too. But these Mustangs, I've had friends that had the Mustangs, and I just loved riding them. Mustang has been one of my favorite Fords of all time, and I don't know, some people would say, well, what's your favorite car? I said, how about cars?
Exactly.
That's my favorite car right there, is cars. I just love them, you know, and so when I see things like Camaros and Mustangs and Roadrunners and Cudas and things, it just makes your heart kind of get going a little faster. It does.
I mean, look at the bottom. I mean, even the bottom here is metal. The body is metal. Inside the engine right here, metal. I mean, that's just incredible. It's incredible. So that is the custom Mustang.
Yes, sir.
So, Dad, you want to pick out the next one?
Yeah, let's go with Cuda.
So this is copyrighted 1967 Mattel Incorporated. This is the custom Barracuda. Now, look at this. Dad, you want to tell more about this one?
Yeah, I'm going to show you some diecasts down the road that were just ahead of this particular model, and they started making the Barracuda off of the Plymouth Valiant. And the original Barracuda had Valiant underneath the Barracuda name in 1964. But this particular car was the second generation, and it started bearing the V8 engines and the real cars. But this is a great representation of that car, and I had so much fun playing with this car, and I still get them out and roll them and have a lot of fun with them. But it just reminds me of the, back in the day, you know, when the muscle cars were ruling the road, kind of like you see in a few of them running around in today's cars, but these were the true first muscle cars that were ever built. So,
and you notice the real wheels? It's got the red wall tires.
Yep, those are the red lines.
I mean, these are beautiful. This is, like I said, this is metal. This is metal right here. This is awesome.
And this has been, like I said, this particular one has been repainted, but it's one of the cars I had so much fun with, and I still enjoy so much those cars.
Okay, so Dan, I'll let you pick the next one. Wow! So is this the fresh color?
This is the real color. This is the original paint. Everything on this AMC.
This is copyrighted. Let me see if I can see it closer. well, it's kind of
it's kind of worded.
Copyrighted 1969. I want to say, I may be wrong, but custom AMX. This is an original. It's a gold. Look at that, original gold color.
That is the original paint. Right.
Got the red wall tires with it.
It has not been changed. And I touched up some of the wheels on some of them. They were kind of looking pretty bad, so it won't look good. But I tell you, the thing about this car was it was in competition with the other pony cars. And when it came out, it actually carried some of the V8 engines off from the Chevy, like the 396 and some of the 327s and things. So this is one of the cars that I truly enjoyed back then, and you just never see them anymore. They're just not ready. Sometimes you may run up on one in a show, but that's a great representation. I believe that, even though it was copyrighted 68, I believe that's the 1967 more than likely.
And as you can see, the gold color, original paint, metal body, red wall tires. Beautiful, beautiful. You can't beat that. Let us know what you think about that.
Yeah, give some comments back on some of these. Maybe y'all have some of these. Maybe you've seen them around, maybe at some Hot Wheels shows or something like that. But tell me, when you go out looking for Hot Wheels, does it just? I mean, it's just like the hunt, and when you finally find one, it's like, whoa, there it is. Boy, I've been looking for this one for a long time, and there it is. So it's the thrill of the hunt. And it's just so cool to find the ones you've been looking for that actually complete a set or anything like that.
So this next one is copyrighted 1968, and it's the Ford MK. Okay, so I think this is the original paint job.
It is.
As you can see, look at this. It's all metal.
All metal.
Look at that. That is a really awesome die cast.
Yeah, those are the cars that the Ford GT was built off of. But that particular car right there, when I was I guess I was about 12, 13 years old, I found that car hanging and on the peg. I got it, and I have enjoyed that little car too. It just reminds me so much of, even to see back then how they were building race cars back then to run the GT circuits and stuff.
Look at the paint job. This is original, still almost in mint condition. I mean, it's got a few things, but it's beautiful. This is one of the original Hot Wheels right here. Copyrighted 1968.
Yeah, you usually see these things that says Hot Wheels guaranteed for life. Boy, I tell you what, it's just so neat. These things last as long as they do. Kids can get them and play with them and just have so much fun, carry them around in their pocket. I mean, this is something they can do and take a car anywhere they want.
So this next one is also original paint job, copyrighted 1968 as well, and it is the McLaren.
Yes, it is. And the McLaren has always been one of the premier race cars. But that's a very beautiful die cast. I really enjoy that car. I've had it, like I said, for all these years, and I don't know, these cars, they excite me as much today as when I was a kid. I mean, they just still do, and I sometimes think, ooh, it'd be kind of nice to have one of those real McLarens that they build today. But at any rate, it's just so much fun to collect them and have a chance just to have a die cast to remind you of the days gone by.
So let us know what you think. Now this next one is Dad, I'm gonna let you. This is a very special.
Yeah,
it is very popular.
It went away for a while,
but it came back. It came back, and they've actually.
I knew this one was not going to stay up there forever.
It actually is a treasure hunt in Hot Wheels now.
Yes, brand new, and this year it's a treasure hunt.
But this is an original. And I don't know if y'all have this or not, but this is an original.
Hot Wheels also has a real vehicle just like this.
And this is what I think one of the most popular Hot Wheels.
It has to be. It's one of the coolest ones they ever made.
So, y'all ready? If you want to see this, subscribe to the channel right now if you want to see this, because this is an original. I don't know how many people have the original, but my dad has one of the originals, and this is copyrighted 1968 right here, and here it is. You ready?
50 years ago, baby.
50 years ago. Subscribe to the channel because it's about to get good. Don't turn off the video yet because it's about to get good. You ready to show them?
Yeah.
Here it goes. Twinmill. Twinmill right here. This is one of the original Twinmills. All natural paint job. I'm gonna let Dad describe this to you.
That is original, and it has just like the models that come out today. They've made different paint schemes on them, gave them different colors, but they still are designed exactly the same. The die cast is the same. They have the twin engines, and that's why they call it the Twinmill. But it is absolutely a unique type design, a very beautiful design. I've always enjoyed that car, and when it came back, see, it went away, and so you couldn't get any new Twinmills. But when it came back, oh, they made it even more beautiful in the paint schemes and everything, just like today. Like some was saying, they have
and we'll show you the treasure hunt today. We'll show you the treasure hunt in a later video.
Yeah.
But we want to show you this. This is an original Twinmill. This is 50 years ago. 50.
That's 5-0.
That's 5-0 right here. Let us know what you think about this. And hey, if you are a collector and you have collected for 50 years, just like my dad has, please subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. You can even, in your comments, you can even leave pictures of some of the cars you have. There's a lot of things that you can do. So this is, look at this. This is really awesome. And this is all metal. This is all metal.
No plastic on
this. This is no plastic on these cars. You can see this Twinmill also has the red wall tires to it. Very, very beautiful color. 50 year ago color. This is very beautiful. Very beautiful. One of the most popular die cast in Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels is still the most sold toy in the world. And I look at this, I say, whoa, with all the different electronics and the different games they have out today, and Hot Wheels is still the coolest. I'm thankful for that, honestly.
So today we have shown you 7 different cars 50 years ago. Plus we got right here the 1964 green light Chrysler 300K. This is our new channel, Hot Diecast. Let us know what you think. So much coming up in the next couple of videos, but I think my dad's got 2 more things he wants to show you here today.
We've got some more of the old, but we also bring you up through the years, and
yes,
we even bring you the new. So
we have unlimited videos coming your direction. We're going to put up one video a week. One video a week is what we're going to put up, but it's going to be unlimited videos of cars from then to now, and this is going to be awesome. So I want to move this one right here. Look at that. Okay, this is this a green light?
Yes, it is.
This is another green light.
It's still another Mopar. Now we've got other cars other than those.
If you're a Mopar fan, please subscribe to the channel. Leave comments because we've got tons of Mopar products coming your direction. This right here is a green light, and it's the 1962 Dodge D100. Dad, can you let them know what this truck is all about?
Those trucks were very good, very dependable trucks. Now I'll tell you something about the trucks that I've had in my life. The first truck that I can remember, the first trucks I can remember was my granddad had a 1953 red Chevrolet truck, which I do have a die cast. I can show you later that. And that was we actually used that truck to move on several occasions. But then I learned to drive a manual transmission on a 1965 blue Ford pickup truck. And, oh man, that was a cool truck. But one that goes way back was with my great uncle in Alabama. We would go help over there with the cattle farm. And so he had a 1949 Dodge pickup truck. And so we would go fishing in that truck. We'd go to town in that truck. We'd take things across down to the cattle with that truck. It was a great work truck. But I can still remember my uncle driving, my dad, the back of their heads up in the front, and my dad was on the right-hand side. And me and my two brothers were in the back with all the fishing gear, and boy, going down to the lake to go fishing in that 1949 Dodge. So there's a lot of memories. These things can really help me to come back to in those special events. So what does that do for you? Does these things do the same thing for you guys when y'all go to car shows or you see these diecasts? Does that do that for you? If it does, then comment on it. Let us know.
And subscribe to the channel. As you can see this, we'll show you. There it is. It says right there, green light. So we got, like I said, we got tons of different products to show you. And the last one before we leave you here today is very, very special.
I thought this was pretty cool here. You notice we'll come back away from
this. You see right there, it says M2 right there. This is an M2.
We'll have some Chevys and Fords and all kinds of cars down the way. This is one of the other Mopars.
So this right here is a 1957 Dodge Coronet police car. Look at that. I mean, look at that. Dad, you want to tell more about this one?
Yeah, it kind of reminds you of Mayberry, but
yeah, it does. It really does.
Fords, but
any Griffith fans here, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment because this car was in the Andy Griffith Show.
That car was the 57 that the Chrysler had, the Dodge, but it was also their version of what Chevrolet had, the 57 Chevrolet, and Ford, of course, the 57 Ford Fairlane, and the Chevy Bel Air, of course. But little known fact is the fact that even though the 57 Chevrolet was one of my favorite cars, I still enjoy the 57 Ford and this one as well, but the 57 Ford actually outsold them all. So we just, those little facts like that remind me, but I've had a chance to ride in every one of those type cars, the Chevrolet, the Ford, and that Dodge right there. So they're all cool. I mean, it doesn't matter which one you pick. It's a cool car.
And anything you want to add, Dad, before we let our viewers go? We greatly appreciate. Let me put this one back up. We greatly appreciate y'all tuning in to our new channel, and it is going to be awesome. Like I said, we have unlimited diecast. We got cars that we've opened. We've got cars that are still in the packs. We're going to show you tons of stuff coming up soon. Like I said, we're doing one video a week. And we're going to be showing you tons of different diecasts from the then and the now. So, Dad, anything you want to add?
I hope everybody's going to have as much fun as we've had with these things. And I tell you, we still collect.
Yeah, we still collect.
We still look for them. And it's always just a lot of fun to be able to do that. You meet a lot of people out here when you're looking for diecasts.
So, here's the cool thing. So, we're going to show you Hot Wheels, Matchbox, Johnny Lightning's, Greenlight, M2s, American Muscle,
Racing Champions,
Auto World. I mean, the whole 10 yards. We're going to show you from then and now. From Hot Wheels, we've got from the 1950s to 2019, which is this year.
Some will be a 164, some will be 124, some will be 118. Different models, different makers, models and makes, different years, but they're all very beautiful to me.
Thank you very much for tuning in to Hot Diecast, and please subscribe, leave a comment, let us know what you think about your favorite car. If you are a collector, you will love this channel, and we thank you very much for tuning in. And from my dad and I, see y'all later, and keep collecting and have some fun.